Sagittarius, I keep hearing Branding or Brandon or Lee, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, a Capricorn or Eloise, Ella May, also something that may happen in May. Mayday, Mayday, red flag, red flag. So some of you might be going to the red flags, might be a hotel or something like that. Or you've got a lot of red flags around you saying, warning, warning, warning. Some of you might be getting a warning for something. I don't know if that's multimedia or getting a warning or things that keep going, whoop, 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 like red lights. So it might be from the red light district, Amsterdam or something like that. But I definitely keep hearing like warning lights, like wooga, 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 red light, red light, red light. So unless you're dealing with Life Path 7, Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces, red light warning. So I don't know what that is that's flashing. Something that seems to be flashing. So it seems to be lights. I don't know. I hope it isn't my drone that I take up in the air and it starts going. But like something about red lights or the lights. Like lights flashing or electric bill and things are going up in the red. Which means I don't know, it would normally mean that you're in debt. So I don't know if someone is in Debbie or debt, the name Debbie or Dan or Danielle. I don't know if any of you are thinking about reconciling with an ex. Definitely if you just come from the Capricorn reading, where it says continue to do what you're doing because it's working. So, yeah, that would be a red light. That would be a definitely red flag. But red flag would be sent off if you was playing football. So, I don't know, being red flag, red flag, red flag. So, like I said, man, if y'all not been doing something, continue to not do it. It might be a Pisces, I don't know. But they just keep saying warning. There's a warning sign. Something that is flashing and a warning sign saying that you're going too high or too low. That really could be my drone. But like... I don't know. Red, what else does that mean for Sagittarius spirit? Warning, 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 warning. Unless you are doing something of like, I mean like me, mixing and mastering of music. It could be that, right? Now, when I make music and I put it out, it's my own music. So they're saying, like, for instance, if you was to look at, say, multimedia, and you got multimedia and you put something else that's copyright, okay, or someone's copying your material. What is that, man? Sagittarius. Really? You guys had this before. It could be dealing with a Life Path 4 or a Scorpio or an Aries. Okay, you guys had this before, and I'm not going to do it. Just a very quick explanation. Okay, I'm starting to do all the channeling and all the stuff that I would normally do on this website for everybody, instead of doing the channeling on YouTube and then coming over here and just giving your reading. I'm going to try and give you the best bits over here and then leave the next, last 48, next 48, and just do that on YouTube. On YouTube, you guys had this around copying material. Okay, where people are doing copycats. They're copying people's material, copying what they say, copying what they do for a living. And it was really around where I said, I really do not want to start talking about YouTube again. And it might be something around multimedia, around where someone's been copying someone's material. Or it could even be like copyright material, where it's kind of like I keep putting music up on a channel and it's not my music, or I keep stealing something that isn't mine. Now, I don't know how that's going to relate to any of you guys that are on here, but if that is, I don't know what is being done that's underhanded. Okay, like Shady, Slim Shady, Eminem, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, but like copying people's material is what they keep saying, like stealing people's ideas. This is what this is why I can't stand it. I can't, because you get tarot readers that copy what other tarot readers do or say, or their ideas. They take their ideas and then they think, oh, that's a good idea, I'll do that. And it isn't my idea, it's someone else's. Or it might be where, I don't know, someone takes advice and they give it to other people, but they don't say that, oh, that's my advice. It's the advice that someone else gave me, but I'm not going to give them credit. I'm just going to... There is something here also about money and credit, like creditable, like credit rating, like your credit score might be going in the red, or something about money or something like that, and like things like flashing saying stop spending so much money or something like that and going in the red, which means that I'm skint and I've got no money and my bank account is in the red. Okay, could mean that. or something going up, like charging something that's going up, or charge something around a Taurus or a Sagittarius. Okay, so that you can also watch this as Taurus, don't forget. Okay, so this might mean, because fives, life path 5, Sagittarian, Taurus, you got a lot of conflict within your energy of what I'm trying to work out, Sagittarian. And it might be, like I said, it could be an X, it could be a warning that's telling you, you know, do not go back into the circumstance that you were in before around a life path 3 or a Pisces, okay? And you haven't been speaking in ages, and what they're saying is warning, warning, because someone's going to try and go back into the same cycle. Now, if you're relating to a 6, which was Gemini, Capricorn, it was a Capricorn reading, but we're reading numerology, don't forget. It was based around the 6s, which is Gemini, Capricorn, life path. That message is now implemented into this reading. So if you know anybody that has a Sagittarius, Taurus placement, or anything like that, and someone's trying to get back into a cycle or try and start speaking again, Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, or someone's trying to start speaking again that you haven't spoke to in quite a while, what they're saying is red flag. Do not go back to doing what didn't work. Might be a Libra placement. It might be work itself, something going on at work. But your message is coming from the Capricorn message. It's seeping into the channeled stuff. Was to do with someone in this dynamic has complications of like not speaking to a person, and they probably haven't for a while. And there's someone that's getting angry, and I really do keep picking it up as a Sagittarian Taurus placement, that's getting really wound up by not being able, for things not working according to the way they want it to go. Okay, so you could be involved in this, or it could be, like I said, man, it's up to you. It's either you or the other person. But there is something here of a placement of 5, which is Sagittarian Taurus, maybe even life path or something, where it's kind of like a red flag saying, do not start communicating with the person again if you haven't done in a while, because something is going to happen. You really could be pissing off a narcissist here for some of you. I'm just saying, or you guys are pissing someone off, I don't know. But I feel like somebody in your message here is extremely pissed off because they want to provoke. Someone really wants to provoke someone and they can't. And that might be because they're blocked or you're not speaking to them, and it's driving them fucking nuts because you're not speaking. But the reading that came from Cappy was, continue, the other person or you, continue to do what you're doing because it's working. Okay, so it's kind of like that same message was, but in this one, like, I'm not diverse to sticking up for people, but Cappies and 6s, which could, you know, it could be a multifaceted energy. Like I said, here there's a Sagittarius moon here that is a Gemini. Me, I have a Gemini moon. I come up in Capricorn. So does the person because they're a Gemini, right? So if you've got anyone around you that has a placement of 5 Sagittarian Taurus placements, and you're coming from like Gemini Capricorn energy of messaging, and you've got a conflict with a person, and you know that someone is very narcissistic and very controlling, and someone will not give up and relentless in keep trying and trying to get back in with someone, do not, or continue, but the other person isn't buckling. Okay, which means that intimidation is now going to be coming through your reading. Someone is going to start using tactics of intimidation. Meaning, okay, if I can't get through to you this way, I'll try something that's really underhanded to try to get your attention and get you back into that cycle or group that you was into before. Okay, could be around a life path 4 Scorpio placement. It's the same messaging, guys. It really is. Like I said, all you've got to look for is the Cappy reading, which represents 6, Gemini, Capricorn, life path 6. Anybody that you know in your life that has those placements that is now in this reading, meaning it could be you that's getting really fucking annoyed that someone else won't speak. Okay, if you are getting really annoyed that someone won't speak and say that it is coming from your energy, the other people have been advised not to. Right now, if it's you guys, because each tarot can always go either way. If you guys are in a circumstance, right, and you've got like an Amber Heard that is a Taurus, if you've got like that, Tauran, Sagittarian, and you've got like an Amber Heard situation of someone that's literally fucking crazy and loopy, okay, or Loopy Lou, or Linda, Laura, Lucy, anybody beginning with L, if you're in a circumstance like that and you're like really worried that someone's going to start using tactics or underhanded tactics, the message is that they are going to be. So you guys work it out between yourselves. I know that what that would mean to me, right? Because I'm a Scorpio rising, okay? And if I get a Taurus rising coming at me with two pincers and balls, and is someone's chop balls chopper, right? Meaning that your guts are for garters, right? Or Carter, or Stephanie, or Steve, or Sarah. I'm hearing Stephanie. Yeah, someone here is fuming. Now, if you are within your right to be fuming at a person, I still don't think that the other person is equitably bothered or listening, because I think that what you've got here is an opposition within your chart where neither of you listen or pay respect to one another. You don't respect one another enough to listen. Where there could have been that many arguments, that many, like, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, no it isn't, you do this and that, and like gaslighting and narcissistic energy, that both of you do not have any respect for one another for anyone to buckle, which means, well, I'm not going to give up trying, I'm not going to let you in, okay, the more you don't, the more I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, I'll make it worse for you, okay, then you can do that and I just won't do this and I'll just make it even worse for you. And it's kind of like a family group of people that are like that pissed off with one another that they're not complying with certain structure of Taurus, because they're not complying, okay, or lying all the time, and always lying and lying and lying and lying, and Libra too, and like you never told the truth, you're always fucking lying, and a compulsive liar that it's like that's all you've done anyway is teach me to lie to you because I don't trust you. Okay, so trust in your reading here is an issue, put it that way. Trust is a big issue here. Now, big issue here is also a homeless person that sells magazines, or Sal, or Sarah. Okay, Sal, probably, I don't know, selling boxes. I don't know, but like a car salesman. So it could be a Life Path 7 or a Cancerian, or someone's getting pissed off with me, but I know that would be here. But like, I don't know, I'm picking up like a car salesman. Someone that can pretty much work their way around, like, okay, I'll influence you in here. Influence. Y'all coming from the live reading that I did on YouTube, from the Capricorn or Gemini into this one, about the car salesman. It was the live reading that I said give one of you. I don't know if you joined here, and that's why I'm picking up on your energy. But it was someone under the influence that was driving under the influence, Cancerian energy. And I actually give you a message, and I said, tell this person to stop drinking or driving. Okay, and I said it's to do with a Cancerian or Life Path 7. And I said, do not drink and drive, do not drink and drive. And it was to do with gambling, addiction, drinking and driving, and all that sort of stuff. Okay, you guys, there's a warning sign here, red flag, red flag. So what you wanted me to channel over on the description of the reading that you paid for, I'm now channeling it. What it's saying is red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. It could have something to do with around a car, okay? So like red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. If someone is drinking or driving or taking drugs or alcohol, they're lying because it came from the Cappy reading, or 6. Drinking, drugs, alcohol, or gambling, or very narcissistic tendencies of pushing one's buttons. It's coming through in this reading. And you guys always represent the same as Taurus, and you do because of 5 energy. So I don't know what you got going on, who it is, but the messages are roughly coming around the same. Okay. So, there you go. Sagittarius, how you doing? Like I said, man, y'all could be, like, for instance, I've got a friend that is a Sagittarius. My sister is a Sag, he's a Taurus. My friend is a Sagittarius. His girlfriend, long-term partner, is an Aries. And their ex, her ex, is a Piscean. 3. Okay, is a Piscean. And they have a hell of a lot of fucking trouble with that person because she had children with him. Okay, she had children. So if you're relating to these exes, had children, blah, 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 having to communicate, there's a huge dynamic here that's coming up for you of someone's going to try again of a tactic to get back into something here that they may have been pushed out of and told no. So they're going to try their best to get back in. Now, if this is, like I said, if it's relating to exes, if it's relating to a very karmic ex that I had children with, and we're always bothered by, you know, the narcissistic person, blah, 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 and they're trying to get back in or worm their way through the system or something like that, and it's an Amber Heard scenario, I'm trying to worm my way out of something and worm my way in something, it's still going on. It's very present in this reading. Now, I always do relate to this because I do pick up on Amber quite a lot. Now, your name could be Abigail, Amber, Abbott, okay, anybody beginning with A, like you have shown me on YouTube. But for instance, if you take a scenario, Amber Heard now claiming bankruptcy that she can't pay Johnny Depp the money that he took her to court for. So if you're relating to like court situations, if you're relating to truth and lies around Libra of court things, or like lying in court or trying to worm their way out of payments and stuff, y'all got that. You've got this trying to get away with something around a Cancer in life path 7 of trying to distance themselves and get away. You've kind of got this, I'm kind of picking up messages for myself here. I've got to kind of realise my own mistakes here. Don't worry, I'm not going to divulge into that because that really is private. But Scorpio, life path 4, privacy to Libra energy. Yeah, there's something that's going on here that someone, you've got like this very big karmic energy with a person that you've gone through the mustard with, right? You've gone through the mustard and it looks like curry to a piss head. Right, mustard? I don't care if he's Ahmad Bruce Lee. Right? If you've watched my vlog. But like, you've, because I was attacked by a bull. It might be telling me someone saying something about my channel. I don't know. But like, for instance, say that you've got this, you know, very big dynamic where you've just literally fucked each other that many times. It feels like that someone that is a narcissist is kind of like forcing a person to do with money and finances, and the other person thinks, I have lost respect for you that many times, you've confused me, you've knocked me off, you can fucking pay for it in more ways than I think. And it's either like financially, or it's I don't want to give you anything, I don't want to give you no respect, and I don't respect you, and if I don't respect you and you don't respect me, then you're getting nothing and I'm getting nothing. And it's to do with like a court situation. It may be to do with around a divorce, and nobody wants to break and nobody wants to give anybody anything, money, time or respect. And yeah, it feels like a very big scenario that you've got going on here, Sagittarius. But like I said, you can watch it as a life path 5 or Taurus, or even just overlook it as someone that you know in the family that has that, and that's the way they work, you know. But yeah, there's a big scenario coming up for you. And in they come very quickly in order to speak and talk about something. That might be a segregated energy of family, and then you've got relationship possible. But someone's going to be starting to say something here very abruptly and very quickly. I'm soon going to say something because it's annoying me that much that I've got something to say here. And you can feel it in the bones that this person's just about to say something, right? They're not happy. This person isn't happy. Or Chapman or Chappie. Okay, or Chapman, but let's see. Robert Chapman, Rob Chapman. That's a guitar player, but Robin, Robert, Robinson, Steve, Tina also. Let's see. Janice, Joplin, Janice. Let's see. Sagittarius. So what they got coming up this week? So the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So there is lucrative energy of winning some kind of finances and money. It might be over money. It might be of division of assets. Okay. Some of you are focusing, if you're in a relationship, on your passion. Your passion is what is lucrative. So if you do anything, or your partner does, that is very lucrative because they do it because they love doing it, continue to do that. Okay. Or the other person is. But there's this energy of this person focusing on their passion, their career and their love. You may even be single here, okay? And that's what I focus on the most. I don't know where your channel stuff was coming from. Let's see, Sagittarius, what they got coming up. Could be from the Taurus energy, you know, could be. Especially if you've got a conflict of 5 and 5, Sag 5, Taurus 5, right? Gemini, Capricorn, life path 6, family members. Interfering into business and money and not getting stuff. not going forwards or backwards, at a standstill, no reconciliation, okay, getting fed up with family, family dynamics, karmic energy, Carmel, Melanie, Melissa, Maria, Sagittarius, Libra, there's the 2 energy, and there's another 2 energy. Someone is like Jackal or Jackie, Jackson, Jackie, Julian, anybody, Jay? Yeah, someone is like Jekyll and Hyde. 1 minute they're this, the next minute they're that. It's like a multifaceted personality disorder, okay? Like, or Law and Order, or Laura, but like multifaceted. Like 1 minute I'm this, the next minute I'm that. Next, Matthew, or Kelly, you're right, Matthew Kelly. But like, you know, I'm this, then I'm that. Someone here is also in a same-sex relationship, and they keep going between men and women here. Men and women. You could have a ladies' man or woman here. I'm a ladies' man. Is it Reggie Watts? Regina? Reggie? Reddit? Something on Reddit. Or something that I read on Reddit. Is it to do with around like Instagram, Reddit and Facebook and Twitter and stuff? Or some kind of passage that somebody read? But again, man, I keep seeing red. Red. The colour red. Or red flags. Or Red Riding Hood. The wolf. Leo. Or an Aquarian. The Little Red Riding Hood. What is that? Hood. In the streets. The red hood. In the hood. Someone's all G'd up, innit, bruv? Oh my god, this is the nun losing her shit again, I would say. Yeah. So you might see her start losing her shit again at something here. But yeah, I'm hearing in the hood something to do with around like Gun Down or Guthrie or Gunthorpe or something to do with guns and firearms. What is that? Firearms and guns? Well, that isn't in Britain because we do not have firearms in Britain. That got abolished long time ago, was firearms, but I keep hearing something to do with around guns and firearms. Like in harm's way or doing harm, like self-harm. Doing self-harm. Someone could be self-harming. Or harness. I keep hearing Melanie or harness. That's my friend. She's an Aries. She's with the Sagittarian. Harm's way. Let's see. Wayman, Caroline, Wayman, Ralph, Ed, Eddie, Edmonds, Berry, Holly, Jody, Jason, Grace, Faith, Michael. Let's see. Sagittarius. Oh, the moon. The King of Cups. What is going on here? Doesn't make any sense. The sense that doesn't make any. Libra always gets that, and you're getting it now. The sense that makes none. Virgo. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There's like divorcee couple with like children that are not getting on here. Like ex being interfered into relationship and stuff. Might be a present relationship. Let's see. Sagittarius. What's going on with them this week? Oh, 9 of Cups. There it is that came from the Cappy reading. And the 7. Oh my god, wow. It was. I told you in the Cappy reading, same cards came out. And I said, somebody really wants to go back into this codependent energy because they're not getting what they want here. Person that plays mind games and smoke and mirrors, someone that's also under the influence, drugs or alcohol. It's not in their right minds, not thinking clearly, okay? So again, man, y'all could have like someone that takes drugs or alcohol. And I said, be careful of driving, drinking and driving here. Okay, because this person could be under the influence or very influential, like I'm influencing you to do something here. I was hearing cult leader here, Lee, or Laura, Lucy, but like a cult leader. But that is also tarot cards, or Tara, or Tanya, or Tatiana. Anybody beginning with T? But not saying it's you guys if you're there and those names represent, but I'm hearing like a representative, like this is political, a political stunt. So stuntman, I'm the unknown fool Guy Fawkes, which was the 5th of November. Guy Fawkes, Jai, political stunt. I'm stuntman. Who was it? Austin, Steve Austin, my name, or Steve, another one. I know loads of Steves that represent their mother being a Libra, and I also know a Steve that's a Libra. What's this about stunt? A stunt. Or shunt in the back or something, or shot in the back. What is that? Stabbed in the back or shot in the back? What the fuck is going on here about this shooting? There's going to be a shooting here. I don't know what this is for, Sagittarian. But a shot in the back. Shot to the heart, but you're to blame. This is going on that's within court here about somebody that was shot or gunned down here. And they're having to go to court over a death. Like a death certificate or like the proof of identity or identity theft. What is going on, man? I'm picking up identity theft, shot in the back, shot in the head, dead, Edwina, Eddie. But like identity theft, like I'm stealing your identity, or I'm like your reading came up again about like Sagittarius, about someone stealing someone's material or stealing someone's limelight, and they don't like it that other people are like, because this is a very narcissistic trait, but someone that doesn't like other people having things like toys. But this is a tarot reader, man. I'm letting you know this. This is a tarot card reader of someone that's getting really pissed off the fact that other people are also tarot reading, but you get that. But you do get some that go absolutely crazy. Like, because I keep picking up that this person's within the public domain or something like that, or about a domain. And a domain is like a website, which is mine, but like a website or a Webster, Chrissy, Christine, Christopher, Chris, domain. This is my domain and it's not yours. Someone doesn't like to share things or share. You keep pushing me aside, but I can't break through. I can't break into your account. Someone keeps trying to get into someone's account and they can't. Or they keep trying to get on to something but they can't. Like someone, why do I keep picking up the like identity theft? Or I keep trying to get onto your account but I can't because you've changed the password. Or I keep trying to get onto your YouTube but you won't let me on. Or I keep trying to get onto something but you won't let me in. Right? Or I keep trying to find out how much money you got but you won't tell me. Or I keep trying to get into my accountant. This would also be an accountant. Like someone that does tax and money. Like someone... There's someone here that's a tax evading tax. Fraud. Forger? But like tax fraud. Evading tax. This is a company, man. I used to work for this person here. They had a huge still have, travelling company, like taxis and doing children and working for in Britain we call it the council, and you have huge contracts of, this is like big contract work stuff here. Something shady going on around your work here. Sagittarius. I mean, it could be you doing it, but like I used to work for this company, right? And the way that they had huge contracts that were from the government that were children, okay, and they'd take them to and from school that were in mentally handicapped children, and they needed picking up in a van that will allow access with wheelchairs and so on and so forth. And the way that they run it is that we take so much money out of your money each year, and we pay you this amount of blah blah blah. And after them giving you a load of facts and a load of figures, it never worked out by how much money you were getting paid. Like, it's someone that's like not paying fair wages, like they're very minimal wage, and like, I'm getting you to work, but I'm going to pay you very minimal wage. And these people used to, I forget exactly how it used to go, but they used to say, okay, so within a year, your contract is written for this amount of money, and blah, blah, blah. And we keep some of that money back from you, okay, and we don't pay you it all, we just keep some of that back, okay, and then we continue to pay you through the school holidays, like the 6 weeks holidays when kids are off on the 6 weeks, and then they have 2 weeks for Christmas, and a week off on bank holidays, and so on and so forth. But they used to work it so you never actually got that amount, like, and if you wasn't that clued up on looking at all of your bank certificates and everything, they knew how to work everything so it looks like you're being paid, but you're actually not getting paid what you think that you were getting paid, like, you know, something to do with that. And they would hold money back and then make it look as if they're actually doing you a favour, but they're actually really not. Right? So I don't know what this is. Man, my website's coming up here. I don't know if someone's really pissed off the fact that I'm doing my own website now. Sorry, but I do have people that can't stand me as a tarot reader. I do have that, and that's other tarot readers. If you didn't know and you just found it, I do have other tarot readers that really don't like me. They really fucking don't. They really don't. But there is something here about, like, it not tallying up to something or other, about money and assets here, about a boss not paying fair wage, like fair, what's the word? Fair, oh, I'm hearing, actually, that is something to do around copyright. Fair, oh man, if you go into YouTube, it's like funding something, like something to do with that, like fair, like when I put music out, if you want to look for something that you can use, it's under the Fair Rights Act. There is something here around legalising something around the Fair Rights Act. I don't know. Let's see. Sagittarius. So, what is going on in your energy, Sag? You've got money, you've got two men, or a stable energy, but you've got a lot of cards that are really not making any fucking sense. Like it, the sense that makes none. A religious person, or none. Or this is a church, this is the nun, man. I'm just saying. Taurus Sagittarian placement. I told you that's why she come up against me. Could have a Scorpio rising. I bet she has a Taurus or a Life Path 5 placement or a Sag Taurus placement. This is religion. Because what I keep picking up is that someone in church is asking for like donations of a church, things that are like religious. And it's something around religion. They keep saying, Mark, religion? But like religious. I like going into a church and like paying loads of money into the church, and then the money going somewhere else, not into the church, not actually into the... Because I keep picking up this is something to do with the nun and religion. I do. Yeah, I do. I like the money actually isn't going into what it says it is, it's going into something else here. What am I picking up? But they're saying it's like a church religion. Like you go to church and they come round with a handover, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to, into the church? And you pay thinking that it's going to like the actual church, but it really isn't going into the church. It's going somewhere else. Like it's going somewhere else. I don't know. Because it feels like a boss is like distributing this money but unfairly, like not paying people at work, that kind of thing. Like say if this is the government, right? This is like very dodgy government energy, because the money goes into the government and the government do not pay, like whatever it is, because it's government stuff. So it feels like that all of this attention and all of this money goes into here, and it's not being distributed fairly to people. Meaning, if this is the boss, and this is a huge corporation and a huge company, like my girlfriend, for instance, right? She works for a place called Tesco's, and a big place. Like Tesco's in England is very big. It's one of the biggest supermarkets around, because it has pharmaceuticals, it has its own 24-hour openings, 24-hour. It has its own pharmaceutical chemist there. It has Costa Coffee there. It has a place where you can order hot food in. It sells clothes. It sells food. It sells everything in Tesco's. Like if you go in Tesco's, you can buy anything that you want, pretty much, right? And it's a huge corporation, right? And it feels like that what they're doing is like favouring some people and paying them more than they are others. Meaning, okay, you do the same amount of work. This was another thing that they used to do. You do the same amount of work. You do a 6-hour day and you work with children, blah blah blah, and you do 6-hour day. Okay, you get paid say £100, for instance, right? And I like you more. So you do 3 children and you work half the time, and we're going to give you more. Okay, and then that was also with people that were in part-time work. Okay, which was, well, it's part-time work. We don't pay a lot of wages, and you either take it or you don't. We know that you want the work. Okay, we know that you want this. We know that you're desperate for work and that you'll pretty much take anything. So it's a bit like care homes. They do that in Britain. They know that when you go, they ask you, why is it that you want to be a carer in order to get, or Karen. But like, why is it that you want this job? Okay. And they expect you to get the job is to say, I do it because I love doing it. Okay. So they think, okay, you really need a job. We're going to interview you. We know now that you really need it. And now we can offer you a very low wage because we know that you need it. Okay. So we can offer you a very low wage. And, when you've got the job, they then manipulate you in order to stay and think, well, you're not going to get another job if you leave. Where are you going to go? You don't have any qualifications. You don't have this. You don't have that. You're going to have to stay here. So we'll actually offer you a little less because we know that you're not going to leave. And it can be people that get stuck in circumstances of jobs and things that end up staying there where people don't pay them enough wages and money because they know that you won't leave. Now, this might be a marriage or something here. And they threaten you with certain things, saying, if you don't do this, I'll kick you out, and or like, I won't give you a divorce, or you'll move out. Oh, I'm not moving out. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. And it's people arguing over Hamilton, or Camel, but like Cameroon. But like, we'll argue over the rights to who owns this and who owns that. Sagittarius. Man, I've gone on for ages. 5 of Cups here. There's no resolve of this. Someone's trying to use guilt trips to get people to stay in circumstances that they don't want to be in. Using a guilt trip here. It's coming from this energy of Libra, like 2 energy here. About I'm guilt tripping you into things, to staying in a marriage that's unhappy, or something like that, or a job that you don't get paid. Watch the Knight of Swords, 5 of Cups, because it's someone keeps guilt tripping people here. Guilt trip, guilt trip, guilt trip. What's the 5 of 2? Man, this reading, Sagittarius. It's all over the place. Someone's energy is just whack. Wacko Jacko or Jackie. But like Wacko Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, someone's energy, I can't make head and tail of it. Like, I can't. Is there lying, deceit, deception? Or is someone just equivalently lost their mind through an awakening? And the Ace of Wands. Like the King of Pentacles now. 2 men. A very stable energy compared to a very unstable energy. This really does relate to the teachings here that I just did about the karma and the dharmic energy. Okay, karmic energy, obviously very distractive, very fucking awkward, guilt-ridden, guilt trip, not speaking, not talking, a lot of karmic energy. And then dharma, like my reward for going through all of this shit and what I deserve. Okay, and like I'm rewarded in certain aspects, and then one of the parties is really suffering, like financially and everything else, as the other person is living the life of Riley with the King of Pentacles here. Okay. So it might mean like X, like, you know, you've got a very extravagantly rich ex or something, and they have all of the money, and they see that you struggle, stuff like that. Six of Swords, or families that do it, you know, because of the amount of control and narcissism and codependency that people are thinking, well, fuck you, and they're kind of like, well, I'll kick you out then. You don't live here anymore, and you're like, you ain't got a choice, right? Because of narcissism, you know, you can be controlled and narked off for the rest of your life, and then threatened by that person that then starts to suddenly realise that you're not giving them any attention or anything, because you've cut them off completely. What's the Six of Swords in reverse? Capricorn. There's the Cappy reading. 6 Gemini. 6 on top of 6. Cappy Gemini. Same kind of reading that was to do with red light district or Amsterdam or a... There's the person that can't stand me. There you go. Justice. 6 upright. You got 6, 6 and 6, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, if you I mean, is that witchcraft or what? Fuck knows. 661 would be more the signs of the devil. What's the 6 of Swords? The Moon. Jesus. Someone is batshit, I'm just saying. They're getting really annoyed. You got the Moon twice. There's that much not speaking and hidden. Like, I'm hiding stuff from you. I'm not telling you. I don't trust you. Like, and I'm hiding everything that I have about me. I'm hiding it from you because I don't trust you. Equivotably don't. So what goes on in our relationship or my life is not your business, and I'm hiding it from you. And if that's assets, if that's money, if that's time, I don't trust you. I don't like you, and I'm hiding it from you. You do not have a right to that info here. Very present, Sag. Two of Swords. Yeah, to do with children or ex. What's the Moon here? Was a mum. The Star, Aquarian, Leo. 2 of Swords on top of that. And someone's just never... Fuck, they're Jekyll and Hyde, bruv. This person's like... One minute they've got a temper, the next minute they haven't. One minute they're heavy breathing, the next minute they're nice, the next minute they're very awkward. One minute they're very violent, the next minute they're okay. This person's suffering from some kind of fucking multifaceted, bipolar kind of multi-personality disorder type sort of thing here, where it's confused a person that fucking much that they don't know the person. They just feel like, I just don't even know you anymore. Like, I don't know who you're going to be tomorrow. Right? You know, this person changes like the wind. One day they're this, and the next day they're something completely fucking different, as if they've just gone from like King of Cups. 8. I'm just going to continue to work and continue on my stability energy and just be me. I'm not participating in this energy. No. This king ain't. No. This king isn't. Where's this other king? Here. There's 2 kings, which could be one man that has the brightest, lightest energy. Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles. King of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. Money and stability. Unstable energy, fuck that, Tyrone. I don't give a fuck who you are. Right? I'm stable. I'm not letting you interrupt my life. I'll hold you accountable for it now. These are 2 people that have knocked themselves off that much that a person starts to think, oh, okay, you want to fucking control me and you want to play a game. I'll now make you suffer by not giving you any attention or money or anything. If you've put me through hell, I'll put you through hell. If you're going through it, I don't care. It is, I'm sorry, Sagittarius. There's more of a like, if you're going through hell, I really don't care if you're going through hell. If you're suffering, I really don't care if you're suffering. Yeah. Someone's like, there's an Amber Heard energy here. I'm just saying, the Knight of Cups in reverse here. Happy-go-lucky, I am not paying any attention to codependent energy. Okay, 7 of Cups in reverse. Oh, 8 and fuck, it is all over the place, bruv. You've got every card of blocking. I mean, it's good. That's what I'm saying, because if you want this to be good, then you're coming up against the person that you shouldn't be dealing with, like, and that could well be why you ain't, because you've cut them off physically, mentally, and emotionally. Cut them off, where you've spent that much time with all of this that it don't make sense. So you're like, bro, it's easier to not communicate with this person at all because their mind doesn't make sense, their life doesn't make any sense to mine, so there's no need for interaction. Because it's all hidden, deceptive, controlled, sabotaged, distrust, Jekyll and Hyde, bipolar type sort of don't understand. You confuse me that much that it's easier to not speak to you. That's what narcissism and gaslighting does to someone after a while. If they lose respect for you, they'll just fuck you, just like, you know, you'll go through it here. Yeah. Knight of Wands, yeah, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, it's offered, the World, Queen of Swords. Now they're getting even more annoyed now at this king. There's another king here, I forgot about this one. This king's still here, King of Pentacles, turned his back on this Queen of Swords, being happy with someone or without them. Ace of Cups, Four of Swords, and then there's a Five of Cups in reverse, and a liar. You see, there's someone that plays on someone's emotions that may even be financial. You know, see, the trouble is with gaslighting and narcissism, even if you open up the communications of payments and money, they still then worm their way back into your feelings and start controlling them again. By just coming up with something that's going to manipulate you to talk. You see, the trouble is with narcissism, the moment you talk is the moment that you open up the dialect that you're actually talking to the person again, when you don't want to. You don't want to talk to them, so you probably just lie just to the person because that's what they've taught you to do because of the amount of narcissism and control. So they've just taught you to lie, and then when you do, they hold you accountable for the lying and not speaking and not talking. So you've been you've got a very, very controlling fucking person. You have. I'm just fucking saying, bruv, you know, their energy is in this that doesn't make any goddamn sense at all. They can manipulate people into all sorts of shit. But I don't think a lot of people here are falling for it. They're like, fuck that. Nah. No, you know, I am not going to be manipulated anymore. And if that means not involving you in anything that I do that is financially or anything like that, that's the way it goes, because that's the way that's best, is to not have you involved in anything that goes on in it, and that's anything that's to do with it. Okay, because I can't see any resolve with this, Sagittarius. I can't, sorry, but that's what's in your reading. Okay, so there you go, guys. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.